Yeah.
You did the center of the thing, okay?
Please do. Oh, I'll give it to me. It's fine. Thank you. Like this? Oops. All right. Yeah.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. I know you will.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Some housekeeping rules. You might see a name of country on some of the seats, but it's for the next one. So please take your seats in the front. All you green guys, green guys. Who's a GYTSer? Dalla shu. Why you always have to distinguish yourself? You and Red are the superstars. Look at these beautiful seats in front. Yes. I kindly ask everybody to take your seats. Amy and Della, how was your masterclass? It was nice. Did everybody enjoy Amy and Ella's masterclass? Looks like we got some superstars. Yeah? Okay. You guys are much better than the Italians. You're running just 5 minutes late. Great, well done. So first rule of the game, always show up 5 minutes on, like before schedule. So don't do like me ever. Second rule of the game, do not wear high heels when you're a girl, because then you're dead at the end of the afternoon. What do you mean you disagree? Well, Salam, you're special.
I really
like
disagree.
like everyone
Anything
else.
can work.
You are special.
Okay.
All right. Did you have a good lunch? Okay. Waiting for the pizza. That's a very good, see? Looking into the future. So, visioning. Short term, but it's important, yeah? So, thank you guys. We know it's going to be tiring, okay? I've already seen some of you saying, I'm tired. Oh my God, this is too much work. Imagine for us. So just take it as a fantastic journey. It was not going to be repeated again. Look forward to Sunday when you're going to fly back to your families. And then the following week, you're going to be GYTS sick. You're going to miss us. You're going to think, oh God, how am I going to, but you got the chat. So you can all talk to your friends and express how much you miss them. And is the pairing going okay in the rooms? No, sorry, I didn't like that. Is the pairing going okay in the rooms? Yes. Good. It's a learning experience. That's also part of the game. Okay, I could not be here because I'm introducing one of my best friends, Salam Hamzeh Ghait. She is the founder and president of a Smallworld, a foundation which is changing and has changed many people's lives. And I think she herself is a story. And she has inspired me, has inspired many, many people, and definitely she needs to inspire you. So it is a great honor and a privilege to introduce you, Salam, to the stage.
I told you I disagree with her. Hello, everyone. Alessandra, Professor Alessandra, thank you for this beautiful introduction. I'm very humbled by your kind words and warm welcome. Good afternoon to you all. It's a pleasure to be with you here today in stunning Sorrento. And I'm sure you agree with me. It's stunning. It's an honor to be invited by the UNWTO and to be part of the first Global Youth Tourism Summit. Seeing all your amazing faces from all around the world gives me the chills, seriously. This here, you're all global citizens, and this can show me what global peace could look like. It's amazing. My name is Salam. It's an Arabic name, and it means peace. I was born to loving parents, and I first opened my eyes around me in Lagos, Nigeria, which was my home away from home, and which also made me a first culture child. It was a third culture child, I guess. Sorry. I grew up with one sister who I can easily refer to as my soul sister. We lived in a cherished and protected environment, learning about our valuable culture from our family, while having the privilege of being raised in a multicultural environment. A statement that highly resonated with me growing up is that of the Sudanese author Tayyib Saleh, who resembles himself to a palm tree, deep roots and wide leaves. While the deep roots are the principles and values that guide us, the wide exposed leaves allow us to be tolerant, understanding, accepting, and learn from others. It allows us to be open to our surrounding. I have to tell you, my school years were not really my proudest days. If you ever wanted to challenge any teacher at all you had to do is send them my way. It did seem that I would daydream every time the class started, and it was as if the teacher's voice was that magic wand that took me on a roller coaster of a journey. Mind you, everyone is still in class, but I was already far gone to another imaginary planet. At that time, my teachers and some of my mother's friends who had tried to teach me didn't believe that I was able to grasp anything at all. But don't ever judge a book by its cover. Little did they know, I'm here today. Thank you. Okay. One day, unfortunately, I decided to cut on my daydreaming and get on with my life. And that was during my high school years, sitting with a group of friends, laughing and joking like we usually do. Most of them would go back to their studies, and few of them would sit back with me to continue on our joking spree. When everyone left, my friend who stays with me looked at me and said, "Do you see all those looking for an opportunity to hang out with us? And today, they are laughing with us. They will all move forward, and one day they will be laughing at us." Her words struck me like a lightning. I knew that I had to wake up. I had to stop daydreaming and start focusing on my life. I was adamant to put in the effort and hard work. She was most probably right, but I didn't want that prediction in my own future. So I had a choice to make and a decision to take. You see, you have to take power over your life. No matter your circumstances, how hard your life is or your background, you always will be faced with choices, and it is these choices that will shape your future. You have to take control over your life. As they say, don't live by default, live by your design. Take those tough decisions, make the changes needed, because only you can do that for yourself. After that incident, I did change. I became more focused and more serious. I even got to get on the Dean's honor list at university, which made my family proud and some of my teachers. I'll take you back with me to Lagos, Nigeria, when I was 9 years old, where I was first exposed to poverty and extreme inequity. I'd always ask, why are children my age at the time left to wander alone without their parents? Why are they left hungry? When I would get screamed at if I didn't have my shoes on or I didn't eat my meal to the last bite. Why aren't we all the same? The only answer I'd always get is that poverty is a disaster and life can sometimes be unfair. You see, as a child, nothing really prepares you for this. I wanted to make a difference, but I wasn't mobile. I was still just a child. I made a promise to my 9-year-old self that when I grow up, I will help change the lives of those children. I studied my bachelor's and master's degree in the Lebanese American University in Lebanon. And I decided to deliver my promise to myself. So I looked for somewhere to volunteer. I found a center in Beirut. Beirut is the main city of Lebanon, where I was asked to write my religion in the application. I refused because I didn't understand what my religion had to do with my humanitarian work. What difference could it make to my capabilities? But then I learned something, that nothing is straightforward or simple in life, even when your intentions are purely humanitarian and all you want to do is help. And that was my first lesson on my path of persistence and overcoming obstacles. I didn't give up. I continued my search, and I found an orphanage that wanted someone to speak English and teach English. And that was where it all began. At the beginning, I thought it was so easy. They're kids, after all. What could go wrong? I mean, it must be a piece of cake. And they were very happy to have me. Well, I can tell you that these kids didn't seize any chance to challenge me in every single way possible. They were the ones asking the questions that kept me wondering. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt sorry for my teachers back then. In time, I became close to them. I knew their stories up close and personal. Stories that an adult would find hard to live with and experience. But I guess children have a way of taking in hardship and still having that big hope of tomorrow, still enduring that smile. Children are resilient. They still went out to play, found pleasure in little things, fun talks, little games, just simplicity at its best. And I have to say that they taught me much more than I ever taught them. I learned lots of experiences and learnings from this experience, but I'd like to share one with you today because it stayed with me, kept me going, and never giving up. You can actually impact a child's life by just being there, by showing up, by showing them that you care and that their life has value and meaning. That little gesture can go a long, long way. It also reminds me of a story by Lauren Isley called The Starfish Thrower, and it goes like this. A man was walking along the beach when he spotted a boy picking up and gently throwing things back into the ocean. Approaching, he said, "Young man, what are you doing?" "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is high and the tide is going out," replied the boy. The man laughing to himself. "Do you realize that there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make any difference." The boy listened gently, bent down again, picked another starfish, and threw it right into the surf. He looked at the man, smiled, and said, "I made a difference to that one." There is no contribution that you can ever make that can be too little. Going back to the orphanage, it was a very difficult time for me when I said goodbye, but I knew deep in my heart that that was not the end, and I'll continue on this path for the rest of my life. I met my future husband in Lebanon, and I moved to Abu Dhabi to live with him in the United Arab Emirates. As a stranger, I arrived to a beautiful country, so modern in its buildings and high-rise, in its technology and the safety that it offers. And soon, I, the stranger, became a friend to this generous land, learning and appreciating the real richness of Abu Dhabi, which is the multicultural, the rich salad bar filled with colors and excitement. It's a place where you can meet and greet people from all around the world. So I thought, why don't we bring all those people together from all the communities around the world? Let them celebrate their identity, folklore, and culture. Raise funds to support children and raise awareness about their cause. And rather than us helping one charity, we can help many around the world. I met with His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Barak Al Nahyan, my husband and I allowed myself to bring the presentation up front. He was impressed, and he said that I should implement it in just 3 months. When the project needed 1 full year for preparation at least, As you might already know, when you get good news coming your way, it's mostly accompanied tightly with few challenges. Well, in our case, it was the same. There were a few challenges. But the big one and the main one was that it needed to be done in an incredible short period of time. I don't think I had time to get excited. The feeling of being overwhelmed immediately showered over me. There was so much work, from setting out our mission, vision, objectives, forming a team, aligning ourselves with the necessary governmental body responsible for humanitarian work, and the integrity of such work. All not to mention the planning, logistics, and execution that were needed in setting up the event itself. There was so much work, even reaching out to the embassies, communities, organizations, NGOs, so much more. I called my sister again. She told me I had two options. Either I reschedule the date of the event and take the risk of losing my current support, or I move forward and have the peace of mind that at least I've tried and I know what it's like. What do you think I did after her call? Yes, I moved forward. After her call, I didn't think twice. I moved forward. Now that I decided to move forward, I needed to get on my feet straight away, start sprinting. There was no time for walking or jogging. I took on a big responsibility, and I had to deliver beautifully and on time. This was the most significant point in Smallworld's history, and certainly in mine, because it would later on become a determining factor on our next step and move forward. Before I go on, let me tell you that the day we launched, for many was one day, but for us, it was 3 months of continuous worry, excitement, and sleepless nights. And that is how the story of Smallworld begins. Smallworld, in record time, we founded our organization. We set our team, formed our team, set our mission, and got the groundwork started. We called it Smallworld because it really was. And we launched it at the day of the event. Smallworld Foundation was launched over a decade ago, supporting underprivileged children while encouraging community collaboration and peacemaking by bringing people together from all around the world under the umbrella of philanthropy, arts, and culture. If you were part of the audience on that day, you all can see, yeah, you would see commitment. You would get to walk through the booths. You would get to see their decorations, arts and culture in just that little space. You'd get to taste and sample their most delicious traditional food, all homemade by the participants themselves. You later on get to watch the performances on stage. Each of the volunteers, community volunteers, were given few moments to showcase the best that their country has to offer. It was an enriching experience that fills one's heart with love and joy. I'm going to share with you the video. Can we raise the volume? And can we please put off the light? Thank you. Sorry for this, but I need to go back to the video. Just 1 second. Oh. Did I ruin everything for you, or it's still fine? Okay. Yes. Please put off the light.
I feel the world in my blood, I feel, mama. I see the world in all eyes, I see. I write the world in my heart each time I hold a child in my arms. I put my faith in humanity. We understand that we're not alone.
Let me take a moment to honor Mrs. Salam Hamzeh Ghait, whose vision animates this event.
Listen.
small world.
Let's make it big.
তোমায় দেখে দেখে
يا بابا واسلام عليك يا سوريا اسمع علي بعشق
Nigeria is my country.
Did any of you find your country there? Who? Which country? Who again? You? Uh-huh. Oh my God, yes. You, please. Ukraine. Let's have a big round of applause for Ukraine. I'm so sorry for this. I don't think I know how to do this very well. Just 1 second. Okay. Done. Okay. However, if you were not just an attendee and you had the chance to live the behind-the-scenes experience, you will see the unmatched love, the commitment, the energy, the love, the excitement, and the creativity of every participating nation, giving in their all to show the best they have. My favorite part actually were the rehearsals leading up to the event. It's important to note that the people decorating, preparing the food and performances are not experts in that field in any way. They were just regular citizens whose love for their country is immense and who just wanted to make their countries proud. Keep in mind that we're not talking about Hollywood here. That's not Broadway. It's in that part of the world, it's really not common to ask normal citizens to volunteer their stage presence. That's a sacrifice by itself among their peers in a somewhat conservative environment in these social norms. So that by itself was an inspiration to all of us. We witnessed them, braving out their insecurities and stage fright, all in the mission to support their countries and to help children in their countries and countries around the world. So it was really amazing. During that period, there was concern to get people to commit to the rehearsals. To our surprise, they didn't only commit. They were relentless, not allowing us time to rest. They would send us questionnaires at 3 a.m. Our phones would begin to ring even before we arrived to the office. They were on fire. Their friendships that blossomed, the connections that were formed, were really incredible to witness. At that time, I asked myself, why are those people taking that much time from their family, from their personal life, from their work, to plan and prepare months and days ahead of the event, and obviously without any remuneration, without any financial benefit in return? The answer was always in front of us. It was obvious. It was because of their sense of belonging, their love for their own countries and communities. It was because they wanted to help underprivileged children in need. But mostly, it was because they were competing with each other. They wanted to stand out, be seen and heard. And that's what happens when we have healthy competitiveness. It brings the best out of us. and pushes us out of our comfort zone where all the magic really happens. That is why we can use our differences and our diversity as ammunition to bring the best out of us and to push us out of our comfort zone where all the magic really happens. How about if we use our differences to empower ourselves, to act more passionately, rather than as misery, to think of misery, destruction, and other things. That period there was peace for me. That showed me what global peace could look like. The event was a success. The first year we supported children in 28 countries. Until now we have made more than 15 events, supported and helped change the lives of more than 10,000 children in more than 35 countries, 55 charities around the world. And I'm going to show you a video to summarize everything we've done. Can you put the light off, please?
Every child deserves a chance to live a normal life, to grow in a good environment and to thrive. Since the launch of Smallworld in 2011, we've been supporting underprivileged children worldwide. And starting in 2012, our primary focus has been providing education and skill acquisition to liberate and educate.
Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Giving an education to a child is like providing them with a passport to a richer and healthier future. It has been said, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Over the years, Smallworld has supported more than 50 charities, and we have reached out to more than 10,000 children in 38 countries across the globe. We place great emphasis on communities, arts, and culture in everything that we do. At our intercultural events, communities from all walks of life come together to participate, displaying the best their country has to offer. We have organized walkathons, talent shows, silent auctions, art exhibitions, certificate ceremonies, grand events, and galas.
Do not focus on changing the planet. Focus on changing one child at a time.
Ambassadors of more than 38 countries, local and international media, royalties and celebrities have always supported our causes.
One less delinquent, ladies and gentlemen, is one more active citizen. So let's invest more in our new generation, our future leaders and stakeholders. They are our real treasure, which we need to focus on and empower. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to summarize it a lot. Peace is the most important factor that contributes to healthy living. It's the stable base on which all our building blocks are constructed to create anything meaningful and sustainable. Because without peace, all our structures and creations are fragile and in danger. World peace is same as community peace. It requires that we live together in mutual tolerance and understanding. It's a commitment that has to be done by nations. It's a compromise. It's sacrificing today's little victories for a better future. It's compromising to get to a mutually beneficial solution for all. Peace work and peace building does not need to be another hashtag, another fashionable statement that we all preach just to show that we follow, but it can actually be implemented by each one of us, because each positive action by each individual or a group, regardless of the scale or impact, can help in promoting peace and civility. We are told that we are ripped by forces that we cannot control. We hear that in our uncensored social gatherings. But we should never surrender to this view, simply because it's not true. We as individuals have the power to decide how we act and decide what we propagate. We ask of nations, governments, and huge corporations to practice peace. And mind you, I'm not saying anyone is wrong in this request. We should. But what about us? What about each one of us? Are we acting in a way that promotes peace and civility? Because you see, peace starts with the individual and then goes to higher levels. We have to be aware and conscious of our own decisions and actions. We can decide to propagate and promote negativity, or propagate and promote peace and positivity. No matter what, you always have that choice. And know that you have that power every single day, every time you act, every time you talk. So choose consciously. Talking about peace, can tourism potentially lead to peace? Yes. How do you think it can lead to peace?
Bringing the world together, introducing interculturals all together in one place.
Did you see these slides before? Okay, thank you. People come back from their trips learning something new, appreciating local cultures, gaining knowledge and experience, putting forward their best, the best of their own countries. At the Smallworld events that were a form of tourism, people brought back stories of pride, peace, and love to their communities at home. Peace is a form of education in its own right. It brings us closer together, broadens our horizons, expands our vision. Unfortunately, the sector was hit hard by COVID, as we all know. It was brought to a complete halt in many places in the world. But we all see how it's returning and how it's coming back, and fortunately, quickly. We must rebuild tourism sustainably. It's more important than ever to bring people from all walks of life to appreciate our cultural diversity, break the barriers, and build stronger and more resilient bridges amongst ourselves. Peace can lead to intercultural understanding between cultures and people from all around the world. It can also eliminate. Okay. It's okay, I don't need that, it's fine. It can also eliminate alienation of others, which is the basis to build a peaceful world. As I wrap up, I want to leave you with the following takeaways. Take power over your life. There will always be obstacles. Do not allow them to stop you. The real magic usually happens outside your comfort zone. Practice and promote peace. Promote tourism. It's only in exposure that you grow and learn. It's only in exposure that you can demystify your preconceptions and have a better understanding. Finally, find your starfish. Find your starfish. All of you can do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Before you all leave, I want to take a picture with all of you. Sorry.
Everybody, I personally have been listening to this masterclass and I'm stunned, and I want to see how many of you feel the same way. Let's please give a one big round of applause to this wonderful person. Thank you so much. This was fantastic. Now, what do you think? Did you know, and did you foreshadow this connection between peace and tourism? Who did? Let's raise some hands. Oh yes, we got the correct answer. So here, and now that you have seen this connection and learned more about it, do you feel like looking into this more? Hands raised, please. Yes. So I think this has really encouraged us to learn more and learn more about us and what we think about it and other cultures. What do you think?
Find a new starfish.
Yes, find a new starfish. Now I want to open the floor. This is a very special opportunity, so please, everybody, don't be shy and take the chance to open the floor for questions, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
She always forgets on any of my speeches, so it's fine. But this, I wanted to share with you the starfish.
So we
I want to
actually
give
have a
it
starfish.
actually to the best question today. Yeah.
I want to open the floor for questions. So, where, of course, eager first one. We have the microphone. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say that I am truly stunned by your speech. You truly inspired me, and I'm here. And it was something I really needed to hear. But the question I have is, how did you find the confidence to do it despite all of the challenges that you have faced? Like, probably there were a lot of people who didn't believe in you and who told you that your ideas weren't valid.
You saw that character.
But how? Where do you find the confidence and the inspiration to keep going?
You don't always find the confidence, and you're not always strong. Just because you're human, you can never be perfect. But when you have the support of your family, and sometimes you have the strength inside you to believe that you deserve a chance in this life, and you work hard for it, and you put the growth mindset. I don't know if any of you read the Mindset book? Yes. It shows you that we have a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. If you have the growth mindset, you always know that nothing's impossible. Nothing. And I mean nothing. And you can always feel that if you work hard, at least you get something. But it's really, for me, it was the support of my family. At least they believed in me. They didn't believe in me, my teachers. So many people who met me really thought that I'm not going to do anything in my life. But my mom believed in me, my sister, my father. And I think that really pushed me forward and made me understand that I'm worth something. And if I work hard and if I dream, maybe, I can get somewhere. And I believe my passion pushed me somewhere. Even my daughter now tells me that, what's Smallworld doing for you? You're not getting any money out of Smallworld. What the hell are you doing? She always says that. But I tell her, when you're doing something with passion, it doesn't become work. It becomes your joy, your baby. And that's what's important. And later on, many good things will come out of it that you would never, ever imagine. And that's what happened to me.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have one hand here in front.
Emirates.
Yes.
Interesting.
So my name is Abdullah from the United Arab Emirates. My question would be, how did you at a younger age convince a foreign government to support you with this initiative?
That was the hardest thing because people thought I just arrived to Abu Dhabi. I come from a parachute.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I was meeting with was much older than I am. And I think they thought, this crazy girl, what does she want to do? Really. Even when the first time I gave the presentation other than the Sheikh Nahyan, there was a man that was sitting in the first row and he had a smirk on his face. When I finished my presentation, I asked him, I apologize, but why were you laughing, or why do you have that smirk? He said, because I don't understand, do you think this is Las Vegas? I mean, this is not even Dubai, this is Abu Dhabi. You You can't do this in Abu Dhabi. What, are you going to walk and tell communities, come on stage and dance your dance? People are not going to do that. I told them, but if I see my flag right there, if I hear my music, if I know that my grandparents, something about them, I would have goosebumps, and I'll do anything to help children back home and where I am from. No, it's about community. They will do that. I said, okay, maybe. So yes, they didn't believe in me at the beginning, and that's why they gave me maybe 3 months. They were hoping, not Sheikh Nayan, Sheikh Nayan is amazing, but they were hoping I'd fail. And I thought I'm going to fail, to be honest. But my sister's words and my passion was like, I'm going to try my best. I tried my best. And I try my best every day.
Yeah, because one of the visions that we have in the Global Youth Tourism is to embed such initiatives worldwide. So having to convince a foreign government, that's just brilliant.
I think you can convince anybody with passion.
Indeed.
And when you talk to them about culture, bringing people together from all walks of life, I think that's what the real world wants. As I told you, we think we're ripped by forces that are stronger than us, but we as individuals can change that. You can change that. You are the power. You are the future. You can do that.
And that's why we're the GYTSs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We have one more hand right there.
Sure.
Actually, I see two. Salam, I think we have to
Surya.
keep you for...
No, it's a pleasure.
Yes, you do. Oh. So can we give the microphone first in the back, just to keep the order? Thank you.
Test. All right. Hi. I must express my admiration for your speech.
Thank you.
Other than that, my question is, how big or small of a role do you think external support plays into success? And more specifically, do you think success can be achieved with none of it? No external support?
That's a very nice question. Excuse me. Many people asked this question a different way to me in some interviews. There are many people who got to become maybe owners or CEOs of the biggest organizations in the world, and they didn't get the support that other people got from their families. So I really seriously believe that it is up to you to decide. The world, of course, will help. There are two factors I do believe personally that affect us: the social part and the personal part. The social part is very important because it's your family, your culture, your community. It affects you, even when you don't think so. And there's your personal part, where you say, no, I will try harder, I will work harder, I will do this. And it's how you react to the indifferences and the obstacles that face you that's important, because everyone gets obstacles. I'll give you an example. There's one child in Bangladesh who couldn't basically live or eat, and his parents couldn't help him. He needed to feed his parents, basically. So he was wandering around the streets, child labor, basically, and selling things. This boy was 12 years old, and this boy never went to school, and this boy knows 12 languages because of the tourists. Don't tell me that every boy on the street knows 12 languages. This boy worked hard on himself. I really believe it's a mindset. Of course, you have luck into it. You have hard work. You have some support, some kind of support, if not from your family, from someone that you love, that cares about you. But really, mainly, it is you, your core, pushing yourself forward. And we can do that. Nothing is impossible at our time. And thank you for this beautiful question.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. We have one more question in front.
Hey. My question is that if you have people doubting you, especially close ones, is taking that as fuel or motivation to pierce forward some kind of like ignorance or like, yeah, ignorance, is that wrong?
You mean if, like, let's say my mother doesn't believe in me?
Exactly.
It would be ignorance for me to accept it?
Nah, not accept it. Take it as motivation.
Oh, it's hard to take motivation from someone that doesn't believe in you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't take that motivation from my teachers, because really they didn't believe in me. I mean, even some of my mother's friends would come and tell her, don't bother with this girl, don't bother. She will go nowhere. But you still kind of have like little support. And that little support meant to me the world, from my mom, who travels with me the world to be even in my speeches. I hope my children can be here, and my husband as well, and my father, and my sister. But now it's my mom. She's all. But it doesn't matter if some people don't believe in you. Do not think that when you meet people, you want to impress them. Let me tell you, you don't need everyone to love you. You need few. If you have, on one hand, good friends or people that love you, on one hand only, you're in heaven. That's all you need in life. You don't need more than that. You need yourself. Take power over your life. Take control. Make those decisions. Make those decisions. You can make miracles out of yourself. You can.
Thank you so much. I wanna. We have another question.
Sure.
Thank you. Oh, two more.
Sure, I'm here.
Salam.
I traveled all the way. I left everyone for you guys, so ask what you want.
Salam, maybe we extend this one more.
First of all, I would like also to share my gratitude to everything that you have mentioned, to giving this motivation and support for us. But I have mentioned in your speech that you have mentioned about really, I suppose, significant issue about religion, that sometimes at one time
I was asked to write my religion.
yes, and you refused.
Yes.
You didn't have a wish to share it, to be evaluated by your religion, and I think that is great. It has not extend beyond just religion, but also a status, financial, about the race, about tastes, loving someone, etc. But we all know that even having passion inside, have been like being eager to change the world, it is commonly difficult to provide peace in the world without having inner peace, and without having a support of your surroundings, with all possible like restrictions by your religion, by rules and norms of the society. So my question will be how to find this relief and peace in ourselves. What will be your advice just to be ourselves in this society, in this difficult time?
This difficult time was not the only time the world has been through. I mean, if you look at history, history repeats itself. Even the COVID, if we look backward, we've seen so many pictures of people wearing masks, black and white, when there was no even colors in pictures. Yeah. Exactly. So, to be honest with you, the world will always go through hardships, like it will go through happiness, through everything. This is life. If you ask me this question, I can only tell you that I still believe in the person. There are many people who really had no support. Many people that are above organizations are not children of people who are rich or they've got everything and they went to the best universities. Seriously. They're people who actually made it by themselves. They're people who traveled miles, stayed alone even without a family, without support, without love, and tried to find something. I think you have to be hungry. I think that's really, really, really the thing, is that you have to be hungry. You have to be hungry for knowledge. You have to be hungry for love. You have to be hungry to accomplish. Now, you have much more than anybody in the world, all your previous generations. Now you have internet and you have all the data from university, schools and everything in front of your face on the internet. You can sit at home, you don't need even to go to school, university. I'm not saying don't go to school, please go. But all I mean is that you have everything in front of you. I'm following two people that are amazing, and I'm really thinking of it for my children. They are saying that you don't even need to go to university later on. You can have everything and learn it by professionals online. Because they will follow you on your pace. Because until now, we have the same classrooms, if you realize. Since long time ago, we have one teacher, and same classrooms, and same everything. But are we all learning at the same pace? Do you learn at the same pace as him, as her? Do you? I mean, who daydreams like me, honestly? Who used to daydream? Thank you. So those people need a different pace than others. We are not abnormal. We can learn, but maybe we need a different pace. We need a different thing. Millions of dollars are being spent on our product personalization. I'll be talking to you now about a green shirt, and I'll get that online after a few hours or maybe the same minutes, right? Giving me options where to buy it from. Why aren't millions and dollars of dollars or billions of dollars are spent on to personalize on how we can grow and learn on our personal pace? I think we should think about that, and you can do that. You can do that. But it all goes back to you, and you can do it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, who's up next? We have one in the front. Oh, no.
Hi, I'm Katerina. My question is, if that friend of yours, when you were younger, wouldn't have told you to stop daydreaming, like, would you stop to do that on your own? Like, because I think the most difficult thing when you start, the most difficult thing is to stop wasting time and start working hard. But can it start just like that, or?
I don't know if it have stopped just like that, but I know that she gave me like a reminder, an alarm. But can it stop like that? Do you know, anybody knows about the law of diminishing returns in economics? No, okay. The law is, I think, me growing up and learning economics is one of my favorite subjects. Imagine from someone who used to daydream, not learning anything, to economics. But because of one teacher who actually explained it in an amazing way. The law of diminishing returns by Maslow. He says that, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. If you drink the first drink that you really want, so we don't do an advertisement here, and you're very, very thirsty, and it's very hot, and you're like really, there's nothing but that. You drink the first one, and you're like, they give you the second one, you can still drink it. They give you the third one, you can drink half of it, but you're really full. They give you the fourth one, you want to throw up, right? Okay. So life is like this. But the need and how you react to this need. Yes, more or less. So I really think that if she did not tell me this, I might have realized it in a different way, and I might have not. I'm not sure, because I'm telling you my real story. But in life, too much of everything is not good. It's not nice. You don't feel really the pleasure of it afterwards. And if I think I'd continue to daydream forever, nobody can cry forever, right? I mean, sometimes you get very upset and your tears go down, and then do they go on forever? As much as you're sad, can they go on? They have to stop. Sadness has to stop. Happiness has to end. Everything in life has to end somewhere, somehow. And something else will begin. That's why we are lucky. It's like a heartbeat. And that's why life is beautiful. Because it would be very boring otherwise, by the way.
Thank you.
Hands up. I see one here.
It's okay, really.
Waiting.
It's okay.
Thank you. Guys, I think besides learning a lot about tourism and peace, I think we have learned just beautiful things about how to behave and handle life. What do you think? One round of applause. Yeah.
Okay, hello. I wanted to ask, since I daydream a lot as well, I wanted to ask if it was hard to just stop daydreaming after you've done it for a long time, and if those daydreams potentially helped you with what you like come to achieve.
It was hard, yes, but I changed my mornings to evenings. So I would actually daydream even before I go to bed. For me, daydreaming, I wish I have time to do that now, and now I don't sleep anymore. But so please stay daydreaming. Just change the timing. Try to do that. because it takes you to another world, a world that you choose, a world that you love to do what you want to do. And it's beautiful. It's not something bad. We are told by many people that you have to be this, you have to be that. No, you don't have to be that. You are you. Just be you and just try to focus on what's important in life. Don't hurt anyone. Don't break anyone's heart. Try not to do that if you can. And focus on your mission in life. Find a mission. Anything you do, have passion in it and just do it. But for daydreaming, trust me, I wish I can go back to daydreaming, not in class. But I wish I have time with all my responsibilities to daydream even before I go to bed. It's something nice, but you can, yes, of course. Put your mind into it. You can do anything in the world. It all lies in your core.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Guys, I know there are a lot of questions, but I just want to give some words of encouragement. A wonderful person is going to be here with us, so we're going to have some other chances to ask questions. We do need to move to our...
I want to take a picture with all those amazing people before I leave.
Guys, let's just please give a huge, huge round of applause for this amazing...
Thank you so much.
Salam, we have amazing GYTSers, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 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 definitely.
Thanks to you guys. Thank
and
you.
All of them are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm proud of all of you. Take something back home. Take something back home and bring something back into yourself. Look inside, find that starfish, throw it into the sea of life again. You can do that. Okay. Shall I take a picture with them?
So sorry.
Yes.
We have our very amazing young participant.
How old are you?
That wants to answer the last question.
You're 12? Okay, my older son is 1 year older than you. So you have all the questions you want. Go ahead.
If you want to achieve world peace, you do need to get everyone on the same page. How can you change someone's mind?
By talking, by understanding, by tolerance. But you can never bring everyone on the same place. You have to explain to them that their differences and their diversity matters, and they don't need to let go of it. They don't need to ever let go of their identity and their opinion. We all have different opinions. We all come from different worlds. Imagine we have flowers just from one color. Wouldn't that world be boring? Or if we have birds with just one voice singing the same song, we'd go mad. So it's beautiful. Our diversity is amazing. What's important is that people with different cultures and different minds come together to understand that we have to all work for one mutual benefit that is for all humanity, not only for one side or for one nation. That's what's important. If you can do that as growing up, you'll be a hero. You'll be my hero. Thank you.
Dear all, let's come in front for some amazing group picture.
Can I take this off?
Of course, please.
Okay.
Can we take the starfish off?
Yes.